Good morning. Well, this is the third person I've talked to in less than 2 hours, which is rather a surprise really, because I didn't expect to see anybody out here today, but it's a beautiful morning. And this is Lauren, who's going in the opposite direction. So where are you going then, Lauren? What's your plan?
I'm going to go to Lamorna Cove, I think.
Yes.
And then turn around and do a loop back to Mousehole.
Yes. Well, that seems a good idea. I mean, I've just told you about Lamorna Cove. It's idyllic. It's a brilliant hideaway, if you know what I mean. And I was talking to a lady who's renting an apartment there, and she was telling me that it's like terrific. You know, it really is the end of. Nobody will find you there.
Yeah.
I mean, which is really nice.
Do you think I should have brought my swimming costume?
I wouldn't recommend it, but no. I mean, I came here yesterday as well. Actually, I was going to walk yesterday, but the weather wasn't so good, and I didn't really feel like it, and so I put that off until today. It's a much nicer day, but we've got forecast rain tomorrow again, so it's a day off. Why, are you fancying a swim?
Yeah, I think it could be nice, refreshing.
Well, I'll say, you know, I mean, there's nobody around, you know, you can just get in there. You wouldn't probably need your cossie, to be honest.
This is true.
You know.
Don't have a towel to dry off though.
Well, yes, that's right. So where have you come from then?
Well, I was living in Leeds until recently.
Really?
So I was actually just in Manchester before this, staying with my brother.
Right.
I'm about to move to Canada, so
wow.
I'm doing a little farewell tour.
Oh, that's very nice. Oh, good. What made you choose Canada?
Well, quite a good job came up there, so I thought, why not have an adventure?
Well, that sounds really good. That sounds brilliant. It's funny you said from Leeds. I'm from Hull, which is the other end of the M62, and my daughter lives in Manchester, so I spent a lot of time up and down the M62. What did you think of Leeds?
I liked it. Yeah, I wasn't there for so long, but it was very good. I thought.
Yeah.
Nice around Ilkley and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful out there, and Otley, and you can get on the moors, and you're not far from Skipton and the Dales. You know, it's a lovely area, Yorkshire. You know.
Really nice.
Anyway, enjoy your visit and the best of luck in Canada.
Good luck on your massive walk.
Thank you, and I gave you a card, didn't I? Well, you can stay in touch now then, Lauren.
And you're getting on.
Be lovely to hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I've only set off about half an hour ago and I bumped into this gentleman. His name is Dan, and he's walking in the opposite direction to me, and he's covered, is it 1,100 miles you've covered?
It's about 1,100 miles, so I started off in South Wold Pier on the 10th of October.
Right.
And I've been walking a clockwise rotation.
Yes.
Had a little bit of time off for Christmas, but other than that I've been walking non-stop, wild camping mostly.
Yes.
And it's been an absolute amazing adventure. I take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
And I have a website. It's danwalksthecoast.co.uk, and there's a link to my Instagram and Facebook on there.
Brilliant.
So if you want to have a look at that.
Yes, I definitely will. You've given me a card, thank you.
Yeah.
So we were actually destined to meet then, really?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, it's weird because I've already seen your videos before online, as I did a lot of research for my own walk, and I watched one of your videos and researched lots of other people's stuff. And I found that, it was just really bizarre to bump into you, and I thought, you were telling me you're doing all the coast as well. I think I recognised the voice, you know, and I thought, now it suddenly all came clear that I've already watched one of your videos before, and but we'd never expected in a million years that you'd be coming the other way here at this particular moment. So that's a very bizarre and surreal.
Well, it's absolutely fabulous to meet you, Dan. It's, you know, I mean, we kind of know each other for walking this coastal path in terms of what to expect, and walking in the winter as we are now, and all the problems that you have and all the rest of it. I know you're wild camping and you're carrying, how much does that weigh? That
it's about 14 kg at the moment. Yeah,
14 kg, so let me do my maths. That's 28 It's about 35 pounds.
Yeah, I
that's
don't.
Heavy.
Yeah, but yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's basically everything I have to carry. I mean, I've tried to trim down everything as much as
Yes.
you can to cut down the amount of weight, because obviously every bit of thing you don't need, it's pointless taking it with you. So yeah, I mean, first I started off, I did send a lot of stuff back to my parents with the weight on my shoulders were killing me, and,
Yes, I
and
can
everything.
imagine.
So I went, nah, I don't need this, don't need that,
Yeah.
and then I got down to the absolute bare minimum.
Yeah.
This is apparently quite a common thing which a lot of people who do backpacking do. They always find that they don't need half the stuff, and
Yeah.
they send it back. So yeah, no, it's been a real amazing adventure everywhere. People, the places I've seen. I take a lot of photographs. Is one of the things that I do.
Yes.
Is I take pictures. Is my area, and I just love photography and thoroughly enjoy that sort of area.
Well, that's brilliant.
And I'm doing this for Mind as well. So I'm raising
Yes,
money
let me
for
ask
Mind.
you about that.
Yes.
Tell me about the Mind connection and
Right,
how
well,
people could send you money.
I mean, personally, my own personal fight with sort of mental health and depression that I've had has sort of been going on for many years, and I found that walking and exercise is a massive way of relief. So I sort of combined all of them into one and do a bit of photography and walking, and this has been able to really sort of help me get through some really difficult times in my life.
Yes.
So yes, that's so it's so Mind there is a link on my website.
Yes.
And so if you want to have a look,
Just
at
give me that website address again.
So it's Dan Walks the Coast, all one word.
Yes.
.co.uk. If you just put in Google Dan Walks the Coast, you'll find the link to
Yeah,
mine.
well, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
So yes.
Oh well, that's that. It was fabulous to meet you, Dan.
Yes,
And
well-
it's a pity we hadn't met last night in Salcombe or something. We could have got together.
Yes, well, I mean, I had to stop last night where I got to. I already stretched myself from the place before. I mean, I haven't eaten yet, so I'm desperate to go and get breakfast
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, how are we going to get across the ferry?
I don't know, is there a ferry running?
It's not running, mate.
It's not running. It wouldn't be the first one that's not running, so no, haven't got that plan yet.
Yeah.
That's the next thing I need to go and work on. So
Yeah.
it's always another ferry, normally it's weather that seems to gets me for weather. All of them are closing down because it's winter.
Yes. Yes, I haven't found any ferries open. The last ferry I caught was the one across the Tamar when I came out of Cornwall into
Right.
Plymouth, and that was about, what, a week?
Okay.
10 days ago?
Yeah, and a lot of them are going in for refurb,
Yes.
refits and stuff at this time of year
Yeah.
as well. So yeah, it can be troublesome.
They say that's the problem with Dorset, is there's so many estuaries, and I've come across 4 or 5 already that you've got to get round.
Yes.
And so I don't wish to put doom and gloom on it, but you're going to have problems with the ferries in Devon.
Oh great. Okay. Well,
There's one or two you can wade across, but,
okay. What
but-
with the
but-
low tide? Yeah.
yeah, but that's it. You've got to time it right with the tides
Really?
and
Wow.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
Then.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we'll see how that. I'll come across those when I come to them. That's the only thing. It's
Yes.
I mean, I'm looking. It hasn't snowed yet, so that's one thing.
Well, I don't think it's going to. I
Isn't
mean,
it? Well, I'm
it-
hoping not.
They've got snow all over the rest of the country,
Yes,
but not
yes.
down here.
No, exactly.
And the forecast of the next week is 1 or 2 days of rain that we're going to get.
Yes.
But it's still warm. I mean, it's warm now. It's
No,
still,
it is.
still about 8-9 degrees, isn't it?
It's
comfortable.
lovely. It's definitely comfortable. Yeah, sure.
So how many miles a day are you walking?
Well, it's about 15 to 20 miles, depending on. Well, I mean, I must say the terrain is starting to really kick in now.
Yes.
So it's starting to reduce a bit to
Yeah.
that, obviously. But yeah, I do try and do it like a good,
Yeah.
maybe 18 miles
Yes.
as my average.
Yeah. Well,
um,
that's pretty good. And when did you actually start then? October.
So this is the 10th of October, 10 a.m. from
Yes.
Southwold Pier, Suffolk.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, it's been.
Oh well, when I pass Southwold Pier in Suffolk, I'll give you a call to tell you I'm there.
Excellent. Okay, right, wonderful.
And
Right,
I'll do
Jim.
a little video presentation
Excellent.
for
Right, thank you very much. Right, and cheers.
you. Dan, it's been wonderful to meet you, mate. And yeah, you know you're hungry. You want to get on your way. And I've got myself quite a limit today. I'm trying to make Dartmouth. So
Blimey,
I'm going to be walking hard today.
You're going to have to be walking very hard.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I've got a good start, so I'm going to
Yes.
see what I can do.
Okay. Right. Well, good luck with that.
Good luck to you, mate. Good
Right.
luck to you.
Yes.
And it's lovely to meet someone.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to bump into you. At, coming the other way. today. It's just it's almost unsurreal for me because of,
Well,
watching a video.
Oh,
of you.
don't big me up too much. I'm
Oh,
only just
no.
an ordinary bloke from Hull walking along
Well,
the coastal path.
I mean,
There's nothing that special about it.
Okay, well,
But I mean, okay, so I've done a lot of miles and I've got quite a nice lot of followers now and stuff. But anybody can do this if they put their mind to it.
Yes.
And it's if they've got the time and the need and all the rest of it, I'd recommend it to anybody because it really does open your mind. It really does make you think. And like you was just saying about, I started this walk with problems and I've sorted it out in my head and
Yes.
thinking about
Yes.
my past and the things that make me do wrong things and all this. And I get a bit depressed at times. My mother was quite a depressive, to be honest, and so I knew all about that, what she went through. But certainly from a mind point of view, I'd love to sort of help you if I possibly can
Okay.
in directing people towards you.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers, fine. Thank you
Lovely.
very
So
much.
here I am at Bantham Beach, and this is Mark, who's a surfer. So what draws you to this place particularly then, Mark?
Bantham's been home for a few years now. I've used to come down here on holidays. I'm originally from up north,
Yes.
Birmingham way.
Yes.
And I came down here back in 2011. Used to work for the surf school here. And
Yeah.
It's been home ever since. Never looked back.
Right, excellent. And I look at the tide now and it's going out slightly, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, tide's just on its way out. So we're about hour and 3/4 past high.
Yes.
Spring tide. So you had that wolf moon, the red wolf moon, a couple of nights ago. So full moon. So tide's whizzing out right now. And then
Right.
when it drops, you can see if you get people getting changed in the car park, and
Yeah.
it'll drop and hopefully be nice surf.
Yeah.
That's what we're praying for.
Because I've noticed as I've been walking on this part of the walk, I only came off from Cornwall 2 or 3 days. Now I'm into Devon. There seems to be quite a lot more surfers around in this part of the world. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, in the middle of England, like Birmingham, all that area, you can't surf. There's no waves.
No.
But yeah, Devon and Cornwall's where the heart of surfing is in Britain. Newquay's the surf's capital.
Yes.
That's where back in the 60s, your original first surfers, they came over from America
Yes.
with surfboards, and that's where they started surfing. And from there, it's just developed out. And
Right.
you're attracted to where the breaks are. So right on this beach, we're facing southwesterly. So we pick up all the swells coming in from the Atlantic.
Yeah.
It's never quite as big as what it might be, say, in Fistral or Perranporth, anywhere that way.
Yes.
But it's still pretty nice, pretty good, and it's great that you don't have to drive all the way into Cornwall to
Right.
go for a wave.
Right. Oh, that's really good information. I really thank you for that. I've got a friend who's in Australia who wants me to try and talk to you guys like you talk about the state of the
Yeah.
waves and all the. It's quite funny, really. We've got a bit of a banter. So in surfers' terms, just tell me what's the score.
Right now it's about 2 to 3 foot northerly, so it's just about clean. Bantham gives you like a peeling wave rather than like a proper dumping wave, but yeah, it's still pretty nice, still worth a go. So yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Well, I'm sure you'd like that. Thank you very much indeed
no
for your
worries.
time, my friend, and have a good day at
Yeah,
whatever
you
you're going
too,
to
mate.
do. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Now, this lady is called Julie, and I've got one of those other incredible stories about being given lifts and the generosity of people in Cornwall. And just after 5 o'clock, I think it was, Julie, wasn't it? Somewhere around there. And I was walking down the road and I'd just been to a phone box which I couldn't operate, and I asked Julie if she could give me some help in is there a shop in the village, or I need to make a phone call because there's no service in that area, and she very kindly offered to bring me all the way here to Land's End, and I can't thank you enough, Julie. You wouldn't believe the amount of problems you've saved me.
No, you're welcome.
Now, you're from New Zealand.
No, I'm from Newland, Penzance, Cornwall.
Yes.
But I moved to New Zealand about 20 years ago
Right.
with what is now my husband, and I
Yes.
now have 2 children.
Right.
And we're just back on holiday, and
Oh,
we
wow.
leave on Wednesday. So we were just out in the wops. Well, that's probably a Kiwi term, actually,
Yeah,
not a Cornish
I've
term.
I've never heard of it.
No, out in the wops, as in out in the middle of nowhere. We
Right.
just went to visit a stone circle, which is what I love doing down here,
Yes.
before we give the car back tomorrow and then drive up to London to get the train, or plane actually. Yeah.
All right. So you've had a lovely bit of, obviously you've had a successful visit.
Yeah, it's always nice to come home. Saw some
Fantastic.
family.
That's really
Yeah.
nice. Thank you for your patience with this and everything. It's a very unusual story, isn't it? But you'll be able to watch it on YouTube, and that's a good thing. I'm going to give you a card now. I'm going to put this camera away.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you very much
It's
indeed.
been a pleasure.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
Well, I've only just set off about maybe less than half an hour ago, and I cheated because I came up the lift. Did you walk up the
We
steps?
came up the lift.
We came up the lift
Ah,
as
right.
well.
It seemed a good
Yeah,
idea. It
we
looks
cheated.
yeah.
It was a nice view from there.
Yes. And sorry, repeat your names again. Sorry.
Andrea.
Andrea.
I'm Ray.
Andrea.
Suffolk.
Where are you from then? You're from Suffolk?
Yeah, sort of Woodbridge area of Suffolk.
Oh, right.
Far from
Near the
Ipswich.
coast.
Yes.
And
Well, I'll be
Ipswich.
walking through there actually, won't I? In I don't know,
Yeah.
probably a couple of months I'll be going up that
You'll
way.
love it. It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yes. I've
All
been up
very
there.
flat and coastal. But
Yes.
All
And so
right.
you're just down here on a bit of a walking holiday.
It
or
was
something?
my birthday last week.
Yes.
However, we had a fabulous time for my birthday because my friend got married on that day. So we went
Right.
to the wedding. That was that day. So
Yeah.
bless her, she said, we'll go away for your birthday a few days later. And she arranged to come down here for a couple of days.
Well, that's excellent.
So yeah, found a lovely little place in Rye with a hot tub and a sauna in the garden.
Really?
Fabulous.
Today we thought we'd
Yeah.
have a walk.
We thought we'd come over to Hastings today and have a little mooch around.
Oh, well, I'm walking to Rye. I might nip round.
We don't. You'll need more than we do.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So yeah, we just popped up into Rye Town last night,
Yeah.
didn't we? 'Cause we came sort of late. We walked out to the old harbour and back, and then up into the town last night. Had a lovely fish dinner,
Right.
mixture of lovely things, oysters and all sorts, and
Yeah.
a couple of gins.
Excellent. Have you been into Hastings today?
Yes,
Yes.
Old Town,
Only
lovely.
the old
Yeah,
town.
it is. It's
Yeah,
lovely.
Fronts a bit.
You wouldn't have wanted to have been here yesterday. There was thousands
Yeah,
of
they
motorbikers.
said they
It
thought
was-
we'd come. Or we chatted to somebody in a shop. She said, "Oh, did you come here for the what's it, the green?"
We saw all the remains
They were
of
taking all the bits down, weren't they?
ribbons and flowers and all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stuff that was going on. But
Yeah.
No, we saw a lot of the motorcyclists come in as we arrived in Rye last night, and we said, "What's going on?" And we just, May holiday, and they said, "Oh no, it's
Yeah.
a big thing." And
Yeah, it was like Brands Hatch.
Was-
You know,
yeah.
there were
Yeah.
okay. Most of them are my age. They're all like
Yeah.
seniors, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, and they're all. There's no trouble or anything like that.
no, but just busy.
But
Just noisy.
Yes, exactly. It just
and
gets them,
polluted.
So your plan today is just to do a small circular.
Just doing this bit, yeah,
Circle.
and then go back, and I don't know what we do after that, really.
Chill.
Yeah.
Gin maybe.
Gin
Well,
later.
Yes.
Got somewhere nice picked for dinner, haven't we?
Well, it's been lovely meeting you.
And
Liz,
you, Jim.
uh,
Good luck with Esther, your walk.
Thank you very much.
We'll catch up with you on Facebook.
And we will
Yes.
sort out fundraising too.
Well, thank you very much
And
indeed.
I hope your
yeah.
wife gets on all right.
Yeah, she's well to say she's been operated on today, and,
Yeah.
she's a survivor. She's a fighter. She spoke to me on the phone last night, and she's in really good spirits,
Good,
and she's really
good.
positive. And she
All the
says,
best, Jim's wife.
she
Get
says,
well
"Oh,
soon.
Trish,
Get well soon, Trish.
and she said she wants to join me on the walk on the last bit when I walk back
Good.
into Grimsby before I have a rest, and then I'm going up to Scotland. But
Lush.
But you know, you never know what's going to happen in a situation like this, and I'm on standby to just sort of get out of there. I went to see her not last weekend, the weekend before, and she's fine.
Good.
But I had a really heavy cold, so I couldn't stay with her
No,
because you know she's been on a standby and she's got this cancellation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's in safe hands. Her dad's there, he's a retired GP, and my daughter's going to see her and
Good.
stuff. So she said,
Get
"No,
it
I
done
don't
and-
want you to stop the walk." She says, "Carry on, you know, until you get a call." So that's how it is.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Well,
Lovely.
enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you.
And
Yeah,
you
you too,
too.
darling.
Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
Bye bye now. Bye. So here I am at Milford-on-Sea. It's probably about just after 11:30ish, and this lady's name again, sorry, is
Mary.
Mary, as you said, as in Christmas.
As in Christmas.
and
Grant,
and Grant.
as in the Scotch.
Now I noticed you walking along, and one of the problems I've got now that I've come off when I say the proper established coastal paths, such as the South West Coastal Path, is I'm not going to see many walkers, and you see an awful lot of dog walkers and lots and lots of cyclists and all this
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
But I think I'm going to run out of identifying walkers. But you two are kitted out. You look as if you're
Yeah, we
out
got
for the day.
things.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
We're doing a bit of this coast path. We're going inland a bit and up the river. There's
Yeah.
a little river just runs parallel to the coast.
Oh yes.
And then back down to the coast again. So it's a nice little loop.
Yes.
But I had open heart surgery last year, so we're still doing gentle walks.
Right.
I don't like going uphill very much at the moment.
No. Well, you're absolutely, well. It's good to see you back out on the coastal path
Thank you.
after a year. That's
Yeah, 10
wonderful.
months, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Well, we did this when Grant had just had the off about
3.5 months, didn't we?
We did.
And this was the first one that had a bit of uphill in it. So we're just revisiting it, trying to go twice as fast as last time.
Yeah, so I would imagine, you know, you would have to take it easy. What have you got? Have you got one of these Fitbits or anything to sort of count your steps and all that, so that you can motivate yourself?
No. I just did at home. Went up and down the hill as much as I could, you know, for the first few months, and then gradually got going. Soon, I find walking is the best thing, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely best, because as long as it's not too uphill.
Yes.
Because my heart's always going a little bit fast.
Yes.
And it feels when I'm walking as if it's the right sort of environment for it to just tick away nicely, you know.
Well, that's brilliant. I mean, obviously you're a very experienced walker. I know we just throw in one or two names at each of the places we've been and everything. So you've done all the major coastal paths and stuff.
Lots and lots of bits.
But usually in bits, because we've got the family with us, so you do what you can manage with kids or teenagers or...
Yeah, that's right.
You want to get back, well, you want to go to the Northumberland bit, don't you?
I'd love to do that again one day,
What, the St Oswald's?
Well, I'd like to go the Transpennine one, because
sorry.
Well, my family originally came from Newcastle, so I'd love to do.
Right.
I should say Newcastle. So
I'd love
to
got
do
their own
the
way of talking,
Havens
haven't they? Yeah.
And
I went.
Northwest coast of Scotland's on your bucket list, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
On a different subject, have you heard of Sarah Millican?
Yes.
Well, it's the Geordie comedian. I mean, you either love her or you hate her. But
she's quite entertaining.
I mean, she's a bit rude, isn't she? But she's brilliant. You know, I love her attitude to life. I think it's brilliant. But fantastic. I went to see her in Birmingham with my daughter just before Christmas. It was great, and I'm a big fan, and so is she. You know, it was
a real Geordie sense of humour.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So this is just building up again, then, Grant. Really, to get yourself back to maximum.
Yeah, it's little ups and downs all the time. You know, some days I feel knackered, don't I?
Yeah.
Generally, I'm told it's an upward. I'm improving.
Good.
Yeah, we just got to wait and see.
You've done up to about 5.5, haven't you? 5 to 6 we can do now.
Well, that's excellent.
If we're lucky.
But we've got grandchildren and children with us here, so we can get out for an hour or so and then back to meet up again.
Yeah.
So that's what we keep doing. We do little bits and then join up again, don't we?
Yeah, it's a busy time.
Good.
The children are little in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're more exhausting than walking, aren't they?
Oh, much.
Well, one thing you're going to be able to give them a treat now. I mean, this is going to be on YouTube tomorrow, so you'll be able to sit them down and say, "Look at your Nana and Grandad on the telly" and stuff like that. And I'm serious; they'll enjoy it. I'm sure they will. And this is a record forever, you know. So you've got it now, and you're one of the hundreds of people who have been on my programs, and people like meeting interesting people. This is what I like about on the Coastal Path, that you do meet some fantastic like-minded people of a similar age group who have a lot in common in that sense, but we're all different, and I just find it really intriguing, and I just really it's created almost kind of a social life for me. But I know we're ships in the night, you know what I mean, but nevertheless it's really lovely to meet people like you.
Yeah, and so often people don't say hello.
I know.
You know?
Well, the younger ones, they come at you like the Pontypool front row, don't they? And they don't say hello, and they look down and everything.
Yeah,
there's no eye contact.
Phone.
I make a thing about that occasionally. I've said to one or two of them, I think about a fortnight ago, there was 12 of them in a row, and I moved out of the way so they could come through, because it was a fairly narrow path, and not one of them said thank you or hello. Not one.
It happens a lot, doesn't it? Yeah.
You know, and I've let them through, and they're all still talking to each other like as if I wasn't there. You know, as if I was just, what's this bloke doing here? They were looking, you know, and I was actually letting them through, and not one of them said hello. I was livid.
You must write a book about this.
I am writing a book.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so I've got all these films, but the book's going to be more about what's in my head than what's in my feet, if you know what I mean. And having told you the story, all the background stuff that's going around in my mind, because you do get an awful lot of thinking time. I've been thinking about it now. I've been walking for nearly a year, and I've more or less got the first paragraph written. Well, it's got to be a good start. Actually,
You haven't got a title yet.
I've thought of some because I mean I know a modern thing, Fitbits and everything. Well, when I finish this walk, I'll have walked 9.9 million steps. 9.9 million steps. And that, I don't know, a lot of people are not into Fitbits, but no, I've thought of a few things. But I think the opening line is, I've completely and utterly wasted my whole life having a bloody good time.
You have to find the time to do the few extra steps to take it up to the 10 million, won't you?
Well, yes.
I mean, you have to find the time for that.
10 million steps.
It'd be a shame not to.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I'll think about that. Yeah. Lovely to meet you. I must get on my way.
Yeah, you must.
And you've got your walking to do. It's nice that the sun's popped out now.
Yeah, it's warm.
It was vile yesterday. Horrible day yesterday.
I know.
Did you walk in all that
No,
rain?
I didn't.
No, you
I
stopped.
refuse to. I can't
miserable,
video in rain, and I don't like walking in rain. And there's no rush, you know. So
Look at this lovely boat.
right, I'm on my way.
Our walk tells you you'll see the QE2 on this walk.
Yeah, possibly.
Don't think that's
Thank you
it
very
there.
much. Thank you.
It's good to meet you.
Cheers now. Bye now.
Bye.
Here I am at the Seaview Hotel, and these very kind ladies. I came in for a cup of tea, and they've just given me a meal to take home, which is very, very kind of you. Sorry, your name? Sorry, is
Shona.
Shona. Emma.
Jane.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure meeting you, ladies, and I've given you a card. Catch up with me on Facebook or YouTube.
Will do.
You can watch the whole 5,000 mile walk unfold. Very nice to meet you all.
Thank you so
I
much.
really appreciate your kindness.
Good luck.
The one thing I like about Scotland is the Scottish people more than anything else. I've had such a wonderful time, honestly. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. This is a lovely surprise. Here we are in Combe Martin, and I bumped into Sue, who has got all her equipment here.
Hello.
She's got a trolley, look, a little trolley, and the more amazing point is that you're from Hull, same as me.
Yes.
That's well Beverley, which is fair. I used to live in Beverley at one point.
Oh, well, I was born in Hull. I'm
Yeah.
a Hessel Road girl.
Well, I'm a Hessel
proud
Road
of
boy.
it. I'm very proud of it.
I'm the same. My dad was born in Edinburgh Street. I'm from North Road, just not far over
Oh,
the
well,
fly
I'm from Brighton Street.
Oh, well, that's even nearer Brighton Street.
Yeah.
Well, North Road and Sledmere Grove behind Hull City's ground. My mum and dad lived there all their lives.
Oh, well, I think I've got some relatives out of Sledmere.
Yeah, Sledmere Grove. That's where they lived.
I think I've got relatives from there as well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is.
How's it going this walk then? Tell me what happened. When did you start and where have you been? Just briefly.
Well, I started in Fairsoe, which is very North Scotland, 22 miles west of John O'Groats.
Yes.
And I walked the coast as much as I could with my trailer. And I arrived back at the Humber Bridge on the 18th of December to have Christmas and New Year with my family.
Yes.
I then caught the train to Faversham in Kent.
Yes.
And I stayed with my sister for about a week, and I walked and caught the train back till I got to Folkestone.
Yes.
And from Folkestone I've been on my own and I've walked the rest of the coastline to here.
Wow. Wow.
My a very emotional day for me was when I reached Land's End. It was very nice, and it was a beautiful sunny day like this, and I've had my photograph taken there.
Yes.
So that's been good.
Excellent.
I have to finish on the 30th of April because of work commitments and other things I have to do. So I'm hopefully going to get to a place called
You go through something.
Fishguard.
Oh well, I've got some addresses and people for you to see in Fishguard. A very, very nice bloke called Alan Creswell who's got a fantastic cafe, and there's a really nice pub there called the Royal Oak, which is where the declaration was signed between the English and the French, where the war stopped. This is all many years ago, and there's a really interesting story. You must go to those two places, and I'll let them know you're coming. And they'll fix you up some accommodation or something. Fabulous people. And I've met loads of lovely people like this guy Ralph. He's from Maesteg in Wales. I met him on the Pembrokeshire coast, and he's become a really good friend. He's been walking with me for a week. He's leaving today. Actually, he's going back home today. But he's walked with me from Bridgewater to here, and then I'm going down to the Cornwall border. I've got some friends in Crackington Haven, so I'm going to stay with them. And then I'm going back to Poole from where I finished the walk like 10 days ago.
I see.
And so it's worked out really nicely. But look, it's lovely to meet you, Sue.
Yeah, you too.
And you've got your car. I've
got my card, yes.
And
there
if
we
you
go.
get into any trouble, give us a call. And I've got my camper van with me. If there's anything goes pear-shaped and you need a lift or you need some help, give me a call.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know,
that's really kind of you. Thank you.
I'm serious.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous. I know you want to be on your way, and so do we, because we're going in the opposite direction to you. But it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, and you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.